I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cucurella. Garnacho. And it's Caicedo. Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Zinchenko. That is lovely. Fernandez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Anderson.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Fernandez. João Pedro. Time to deliver. Now what about this cross? Up he goes! And the counter is on. Wood. And a chance!
Wood just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And it's James. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
João Pedro is offering a right smile there.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And it's played forward. Oh, good spread. And he has been fouled there. Wood. Goes for a shot! Luis plays it short. Zinchenko. Aina. Luis. Incoming delivery. Luis with the short one. Now it's a big chance! Garnacho. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, they could break here. Moved on forwards. João Pedro. And it's come back to the keeper.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Wood. Aina. Hit into the middle. James, aim forwards, and he's picked it up out wide, and it's Fernandez. Well read, and the danger is averted. Do have a chance to counter here. Anderson. Wood. Wood shoots! Oh, the ball's... Oh, they could be caught out here. And that has been cleared. Wood. Oh, sweet feet. Fernandez. Chalobah shifted upfield. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Douglas Luiz. Oh, can he get onto this? Caicedo. Now it's Wood. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. Garnacho providing an outlet on that flank. And he's managed to get free. Garnacho puts them all in. Anderson. Zinchenko. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Anderson. Played towards the other side. And that is out of play. Cucurella. Cucurella forwards and with intent. Garnacho. Oh, it's played into the area. That is good defending. It's been repelled. Pedro Neto. So who's he picking out? Palmer. Pedro Neto.
Very comfortable. We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Zinchenko. That's really well manoeuvred. And he cuts out the supply. James, gently done. And it's Fernandez. Out to the left it goes. Looking to break at pace. Wood. Hudson-Odoi. Zinchenko. Oh, what a climb! Blocks, that's really good defending. And they can counter here. Caicedo. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. He is through here. Oh, a delicate chip through. Clears it away. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Very nicely done. Cleared away. A corner it is then. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's a foul and a dangerous... That's a brilliant stop from Styles! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now that's well seen too. Zinchenko. Played out to the right. slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He has found the way through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Douglas Luiz. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Fernandes. Colwill. And that's a throw-in. And they win it back again. Garnacho caresses it through. Zinchenko can get it clear.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Out to the right. Pedro Neto. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. That has been knocked clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's played forward. Garnacho. Cucurella shifted upfield. Fernandes. Back into the middle. And here's Neto. Palmer. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Garnacho, who does have an assist to his name. That's really well manoeuvred. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Wood. Caicedo. Palmer. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Showing good feet. Palmer knocks it out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Fernandes goes short. Pedro Neto. Douglas Luiz. Aina. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Caicedo. Fernandes. Changes made by neither side from what we understand. Anderson. Wood. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Colwill forwards and with intent. Cucurella. Colwill. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella. Palmer. Pedro Neto. The message is clear, none shall pass. Anderson. Wood. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Douglas Luiz. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Cucurella. Garnacho. He's got away. He's going all the way. There's the header! And it's hoisted clear. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Danger averted for now. Garnacho. Cucurella. Caicedo. Cucurella. Now it's Garnacho. Aina. And now the breakaway. Anderson. Over to the left. And it's Zinchenko. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Hudson-Odoi. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. He's been taking the game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
And here's Garnacho. And he's managed to get free. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. He has found the way through. And here's Garnacho. Garnacho tries a cross. That's the throw. Caicedo. Garnacho. Nice defending, physical and effective. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Garnacho. Garnacho. It's a loose ball. And it's Caicedo. Decent chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Zinchenko. Chalobah. Fernandez. Caicedo. It's run loose here. Looks to the other side. Just about up to the hour now. Caicedo, and it's lofted through here. Defending of the desperate variety. Chalobah. Caicedo. Cucurella. And here's Garnacho. Garnacho in acres of space out wide. Clears it away. Caicedo played out to the left flank. Bullish header! That needed to be better. Oh, that's a nice ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Caicedo. Aim forwards. And here's Garnacho. Oh, that's nice. Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. The cross. It is a corner.
to pick himself up and move on.
Colwell. Caicedo. Cucurella. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. That has been cut short. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Nice physical challenge. Oh, that's a foul. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo. Oh, he's in! Tries a shot! Wood tries to clear. He is through here. Pedro Neto. Fernandez calmly anticipates. Chance here to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. He is just caressing the ball. Zinchenko. Anderson. Zinchenko. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. Garnacho. Does well to get it back. Now who's going to be first to this? Luis looking to add to his goal. Hudson-Odoi. Wood. Oh, it's come loose. Wood. Wood played out towards the right wing. Oh, great shoots! And that was very necessary. And reclaimed it in a trice. Could move up a gear here. Lobbed in behind. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And it's Douglas Luiz. Spread out to the left. Zinchenko. It's gone out for a throw-in. Shapes to shoot!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cucurella. Colwell. Garnacho looks to get on the end of this. Garnacho. Palmer. Over to the left. Lovely feet. It's run loose here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
The referee has given a corner. chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. And it's Fernandez. And here's Neto. Chance! Douglas Luiz. Played into space out wide, cuts out the pass.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Hudson-Odoi.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pedro Neto.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Palmer. That's a throw. Zinchenko. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Shot a goal! Defending of the desperate variety.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Moved on forwards. Now it's Wood.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he shoots! Aina. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
They're playing as if time is on their side when it's fast running out. They've got to quicken this up.
Garnacho. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, that's neat.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot!
And another crack, I would.
Aina. Oh, some tackle that. Little doubt, that is a...
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Neto. Out to the left it goes. Garnacho. And that's been drilled in. And it's played forward.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nice control. Here's the chance to cross. In by James. And he's there to get rid. It is now or never. Time is against them. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. We are into overtime. Fernandez. Caicedo. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Garnacho puts them all in. Well-timed, excellent interception. Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto. Thinks one through.
Well, this guy, Hudson-Odoi, is one of the gems in a great generation of English talent, Peter.
And he has been fouled there. And it's Douglas Luiz. Garnacho. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Chalobah. Palmer. Caicedo. Fernandez. Over to the left. And here's Garnacho. Cucurella. Now here's the delivery. That is a brilliant interception. Anderson. Aim forwards. Decent progress down the left. Zinchenko. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Fernandez. Spread out to the left. Garnacho. Garnacho puts them all in. Turns and goes back. Danger averted for now. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Chance, surely!
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Hudson-Odoi's cross. And the keeper has it. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. Cucurella. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gets it away. Wood powering forward here. He's got away. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Tries a shot! He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Anderson. It's a great ball. Garnacho. Nicely intercepted. Douglas Luiz. Aina. Douglas Luiz. Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi! They've played it short. Aina. No way through, so back it comes. Out to the right. Hudson-Odoi! And again the keeper stands strong.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's kind of blind it.
Well, a
it's not the quickest of starts, but what it lacks in intensity certainly is made up by a large serving of discipline and organisation.
João Pedro. Pedro Neto. He's cut it out. Douglas Luiz.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Garnacho. Lovely bit of skill. Delivered in. Nice interception, well timed. Anderson.
Wood.
Anderson. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Palmer. Caicedo chooses to go cross-field. João Pedro. Chance here to counter. Hudson-Odoi looking to get on the end of this. He is through here. Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Correa clears it away. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, great defending, that needed doing. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Moved on forwards. Colwill. Caicedo. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella does really well to win the ball there. That's good play. So who's he picking out? Lovely. Big chance! Pedro Neto shapes to suit! Ayla. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Pedro Neto. And that's it. And the shot! Oh,
This isn't good defending.
Ayla. And that's a throw. Plenty waiting in the middle. Garnacho. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Lobbed in behind. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Palmer made out towards the right wing. Hudson-Odoi. Now it's Wood. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that's nice. And that's played in low. Takes a shot! Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Oh, played through for the wide man. Tries to get it clear. And it's played forward. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. Nice physical challenge. Caicedo. Palmer. João Pedro. And here's Neto. Fernandez. And it's lofted through here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, that's a fine challenge. James charging forward down that flank. Douglas Luis forwards and with intent. Colwell, and the keeper's got it again. Chalobah. Fernandez. Half an hour played now. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's James. Very nicely done. A chance to play it in. Muscular approach does pay off here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Palmer. Oh, that was no routine. Anderson gets it away. Aina. That's really well manoeuvred. Douglas Luis. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. And it's Zinchenko. Zinchenko proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, it's played into the area. Brilliantly cut out. Caicedo. And it's played forward. Garnacho. Played down the flank. Garnacho. Chance for a shot! It's a... Aim forwards. Aina. Douglas Luis. Moved on forwards. And they've got a throw. That's really well manoeuvred. Garnacho takes a look up. Garnacho. That's very neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. Garnacho. And a chance! And it's Palmer. Caicedo. And here's Garnacho. Can he finish? A real chance. Anderson. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. And there's green grass ahead of him. Sanchez claims comfortable. Now it's Pedro Neto. James. And here's Neto. Hit into the middle. And that has sent him sprawling. And it's played forward. Now it's Wood.
This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Chalobah. Palmer. Anderson wins the duel this time. Wood. Aina. That's the throw. Aina. Can he get onto this? Nice control. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Cucurella did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Up towards the front line. Pedro Neto is onto it in a flash. And here's Palmer. Fernandez, that's a delicate pass. Bullish header! Aina. It's gone out for a throw-in. Caicedo. Cucurella. Time to deliver. Climbs up big! Zinchenko. Douglas Luiz. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. Now he's off and running. Clearly not happy with that. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi in acres of space out wide. Well, that's well seen too. Fernandez. Palmer. Cucurella. Caicedo. Garnacho. Cucurella. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Now it's Wood. Now, what about a counter-attack? Shoots! Caicedo. Fernandez. Over to the left. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Aina.
Have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
That has been cut short. Now it's Wood. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
João Pedro, good chance here!
João Pedro has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Caicedo. Palmer. Out to the right. And it's James. Played into space out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. a few waiting for it. Palmer! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Decent chance! Garnacho. Palmer. Knocks it out wide. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Looks to the other side. Zinchenko goes on a charge down the left. Aina looks across and plays it in. James is there and he can get that. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Cucurella. Garnacho. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. James. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Can he deliver? Back in once more. And the shot! Chooses to go back. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Zinchenko defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Palmer. Chalobah. Fernandez. Chalobah, aim forwards. And it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto looking to run onto it. And he's managed to get free. Aina. Douglas Luiz. It's an inviting looking ball, that. No, he's overshot the green. That's a throw. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Played into space out wide. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Fernandez. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Cucurella. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Calmly anticipates. Colwell. Cucurella. Garnacho. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Proves too strong. Palmer. Could move up a gear here. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Garnacho. Sells, claims it, safe hands. Aim forwards. Douglas Luiz. Aina. Oh, played through for the wide man. Looking for a decent ball in. Shot a goal! It's off target. Fernandez. And it's James. Fernandez shifted upfield. Fernandez. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Aina, aimed in towards the centre.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Wood, he's having a shot! Luis plays it short. Zinchenko could... Oh, smashing! James moved on forwards. Now it's Pedro Neto. Well timed, excellent interception. And here, now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Zinchenko. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. He's found a way through. Chalobah gets it away. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Garnacho chasing after it. Ball is over the line. That has found him in acres of space.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, good! Oh, shooting chance! This time, surely! Aina.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
James gets across to intercept that. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Douglas Luis. He's through here. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi spread out to the left. Colwell is there and he can get that clear. Zinchenko crosses it in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to...
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Chalobah. That's a nicely shaped ball. Zinchenko makes the interception.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Aina. Played into the middle.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pedro Neto. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And it's Palmer. Now it's Garnacho. Pedro Neto. A well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Douglas Luiz. Chalobah cuts it out. Palmer. They are right into last chance territory. And it's played forward. Can he spark a counter here?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella, Alexander Zinchenko, will have a very busy game, constantly switching between defending the wide areas and moving in to create overloads through the middle. He's perfect for teams that like to switch from a back three to a back four, depending on whether the team is in possession or not.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Douglas Luiz. Hudson-Odoi. That's really well manoeuvred. Colwill. James chooses to go cross-field. Cucurella. Garnacho. Palmer. And here's Pedro Neto! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate.
Interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Garnacho. And it's Caicedo. Decent shot! And it's played forward. Aim forwards. Aina. Hudson-Odoi. Now it's Wood. Shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Palmer. He's in plenty of space here. No, that's too long. Anderson. Douglas Luiz. Anderson. Douglas Luiz moved on forwards. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. Anderson. Anderson, gently done. Zinchenko. Hudson-Odoi. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. James. Pedro Neto. It's run loose here. And here's Neto. Foot in. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, what a climb! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Caicedo. Palmer. James. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto proves just a little bit too strong.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of up.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Wood. Cucurella. Palmer. Colwell. Caicedo. Cucurella. Now it's Garnacho. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Anderson. Douglas Luiz. Now it's Wood. Aina. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, shooting chance! Deftly away. Zinchenko. Anderson. That has found him in acres of space. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Cucurella forwards and with intent. Proves too strong. Now then, the ball's come loose. So who's he picking out? And he decides to cross it. Only partially clear.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Garnacho clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Goes for a shot! Caicedo. And it's played forward. Garnacho. Douglas Luiz. Aim forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Aina. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. João Pedro. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Garnacho. He's had a shot! Clears it away. And here's Garnacho. Caicedo, probing pass. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Plenty waiting in the middle. Palmer! Palmer! Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer. Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Moved on forwards. Anderson has created one goal already. Wood. Could be to Hudson-Odoi! Decent enough. That's really well manoeuvred. Anderson. Aina. Luis gets into a good position. Lovely bit of skill. There are a few waiting for it. Chance! Well, that is clearly not the... Fernandez. Chalobah head over towards the opposite flank. Palmer. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's had a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Douglas Luis. Aina. Aina. Now it's Garnacho. And it's Palmer. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Over to the left. Do have a chance to counter here. He's shifting through the gears here. Hudson-Odoi was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Zinchenko. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Palmer. Fernandez. And here's Neto. Now it's Palmer. Looking to break at pace. Douglas Luis. Anderson. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Now it's Wood. Wood played into space. Well read. And the danger is averted. James gets it clear. Out to the left it goes. Now it's João Pedro. Garnacho. Garnacho played out to the left flank. Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, that's nice. Luis, gently done. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Wood. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Douglas Luis. Aina. Douglas Luis. Anderson. Moved on forwards. Anderson. Played towards the other side. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Douglas Luis. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Into the channel. Played into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. And it's played forward. Douglas Luis.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
João Pedro. Palmer. Oh, super find. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Big chance! Douglas Luis. Aina. Aim forwards. It's a good run down the right. This is quite a run and he's not done yet. He has found the way through. Well played. Important challenge that. Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Colwell. And it's Palmer. Picks it up out wide. Climbs up big! And the keeper... Zinchenko. Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Played into space out wide. Hudson-Odoi. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. James does really well to win the ball there. João Pedro. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Aina. Anderson. Douglas Luis. Wood. Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer. Caicedo. Out to the right. Up he goes! Aina. Some good work on the right flank here. That has been cut short.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now who's going to be first to this? Cross goes in there. James is there and he can get that clear. Zinchenko. Hudson-Odoi. Out to the left it goes. Back into the middle. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Garnacho. Aina. Douglas Luiz. Muscular approach does pay off here. Takes the shot! That's very neat. Pedro Neto with the delivery.
Pedro Neto? Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Zinchenko. So we've reached the hour mark. Douglas Luiz. Luiz, gently done. Great work on the overlap. And the shot! Fernandez. And it's played forward. Palmer. And it's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Zinchenko looks to the other side. Looks a good ball through. Caicedo. And he goes cross-field. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
What? Defending of the desperate variety. Ball is over the line. And the ball's come loose here. Now it's Wood. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. He's gone for goal. Chalobah with the clearance. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Fernandez. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Garnacho going full steam ahead down the left flank. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Palmer. And here's Neto. Fernandez. James. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He's having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Anderson. Looking here to chip it through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Garnacho. Palmer. And it's Caicedo. And here's Palmer. In by James. Clears it away. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Hudson-Odoi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Moved on forwards. It's just beyond his reach. And that's put paid to a promising move. Garnacho, that's a delicate pass. And they've got rid. It's gone for a throw-in. James. And he's there to get it away. Caicedo played out towards the right wing. Well timed, excellent interception. Palmer. Garnacho. That's going to go a long way. Luis has been caught there, it's a foul. Palmer. Now it's Palmer. Clipped into space. Fernandez. Bullish header! That's really well manoeuvred. Anderson. Well read, nice interception. Douglas Luis. Wood. Wood. Showing good feet. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Palmer. Pedro Neto. And he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. And it's Caicedo. Shot, surely! That's a bad place to challenge. And he's going direct. Out towards the flank. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Wood. A heavy challenge. Caicedo. Palmer. And it's Caicedo. Now then, the ball's come loose. Wood. Douglas Luiz. And now the breakaway. Douglas Luiz. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Palmer played through into space. Zinchenko looks to the other side. Aina, can he get onto this? I think that's offside. Wins the duel this time. And it's Palmer. Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto. That's good play. A chance to play it in. And here's Palmer. Chance for a shot! They've played it short. Garnacho. Garnacho! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's been well dealt with. Chance here to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He is through here. It's a mighty effort. Played out wide. What a throw in. Fernandez caresses it through, calmly anticipates. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Aina. Can he finish? Over to the left. Garnacho. Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer. That's a cute ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Peter, I really like this fella, Alexander Zinchenko, for his versatility and his nous. He'll be switching between so many different positions depending on whether his team has possession. He's just very effective on the ball as a breaker of lines.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Douglas Luiz. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Garnacho. Palmer. João Pedro. Great defending, strong and determined. Douglas Luiz. Anderson. Zinchenko. earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Fernandez.
Pedro Neto.
Palmer. Fernandez. James. Played out wide. Anderson does really well to win the ball there. And back to the goalkeeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Wood spread out to the left. Anderson. Zinchenko. Moved on forwards.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Palmer. Fernandez. Proves too strong. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Aina. Douglas Luiz. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, good spread. Luiz. Oh, shooting chance! It's a mighty effort!